This year marks 65 years since the Food and Drug Administration approved the first oral contraceptive pill. Within 2 years of its initial distribution in 1960, some 1.2 million American women were using the birth control pill. Since then, hundreds of millions of women have used the pill to prevent pregnancy. A little more than 2 years ago, the FDA approved the first daily over-the-counter oral contraceptive pill called the O pill. It hit store shelves in March of 2024. The tiny tablet has been celebrated by the secular world as an instrumental part of the sexual revolution and was lauded as a tool for women's liberation. But many have argued it's done the opposite. The pill has ultimately led to the undermining of marriage and the dignity of life. The Catholic Church opposes the use of any contraceptive. Zofia Schobeck spoke with the Catholic bioethicist about the impact of the pill has on a woman's body and further explains church teaching.
Despite the Catholic Church's clear opposition and condemnation of contraception, according to the National Survey on Family Growth, 90% of Catholics in the US alone have used at least one form of artificial birth control within their marriages.
In this case, contraception usually it is done by, let's say, self-will. It's not just for a couple. It's usually by a self-desire.
The Church teaches that every marriage must remain open to life. The Catechism of the Catholic Church states that spousal union must achieve the good of the couple and the transmission of life, and that these two things cannot be separated. In the 1930 encyclical written by Pope Pius XI, Casti Connubii, on Christian marriage, the Holy Father emphasized that the use of contraception frustrates the natural power of marital union and labeled it as intrinsically evil. Dr. Maroon Badr, a Lebanese Maronite priest, theologian and bioethicist who obtained his PhD in Rome, now works as a lecturer and researcher. He narrows down the perspective on contraception to responsibility and truth.
Each act, as a sexual act, for example, is a human act, which means we do it because we are free. We have the free will to do it. And each choice has its consequences. I think we have to talk about the scientific truth about contraception, because usually people who use, especially the birth control pill, don't know what it can do.
In his encyclical Humanae Vitae, Pope Paul VI reiterated the words of Pius XI and wrote that transmission of life is the most serious role entrusted to a married couple. The 1968 encyclical warned that partners who grow accustomed to contraception may reduce each other to mere instruments. As well as the use of contraception being a danger to spiritual life, hormonal birth control can have severe implications on the well-being of women.
There are some psychological effects, and like depression, some suicide attempts, and there are also some the blood clotting that altered also the problem, which means there are the venous thromboembolism that could be also that could lead to death, and some autoimmune diseases like myocarditis, lupus, multiple sclerosis.
When a couple has serious or well-grounded reasons to space births, Catholic teaching allows couples to practice natural family planning.
First of all, they respect the female body and its fertility cycle. There are no harmful for the body of the woman, especially. Then it helps also to strengthen the bond between partners, because NFP, natural fertility planning, implies that both of them, the man and the woman, should be trying to decide together and to understand the process and to make it possible to happen, which means the relation between them, it will be, let's say, closer in the major of the cases.
The Church's teachings are deeply rooted in the natural law of human sexuality, sanctity of life, and the purpose of marriage in the way God intended it to be. For Catholics, abiding by these teachings means embracing love, responsibility, and the openness to life. In Rome, Zofia Schobeck for EWTN Pro-Life Weekly.